Yo, 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 yo. Welcome to another episode of The Vibrant Truth. Yo, Redbeard, what's going on? All right, so I know a lot of you guys have been asking for a podcast, and I know I've been going on a theme lately. I was on episode 11. This one's going to be a little different tonight. Peep the new graphic. I'm gonna unveil the screens at a later date, but peep the new graphic. Yeah, I changed it again. But I'm doing good. I'm doing good, bro. About to get up in this podcast. It's gonna be a little bit different. Um I'm going to try and keep it a little bit more professional than I did when I did the first podcast on Fate. But yeah, we're gonna get into it. And my counter's acting wonky today. I don't know why it's not. Whatever. So the title: Toxic Traits of RP Admins. Is it a recipe for failure? Honestly, I think yes. So a little bit of a backstory for this podcast. Oh, I gotta take that timer down too. Forgot. Disregard the sundown. They're no longer active. But anyways, little background story, right? So in a RP city server, whatever you want to call it, right? So oh, now the counter's working. So here's the thing, right? In an RP server, everything's going kind of okay, having fun doing our thing or whatever. And yeah, some decisions was made out of haste that a lot of people didn't agree with. And instead of the owner being an owner and listening to the community, what does the owner do? Cry, woe is me. Now, personally, I wasn't directly involved in everything, but I've seen and heard almost all of it. So here's the deal, right? You jump on someone for not being on for a week and a half because they're a department head, right? But you make someone an admin that took a long ass break and have no idea what the hell she's doing as an admin. My idea of a good admin is a bridge between you and the owner. If you have problems with the city, concerns, suggestions, problems with players, things like that, right? But for you to turn around and be condescending and rude and just automatically take the owner's side against a community full of people that's voicing their opinions and pretty much all saying the same thing, that there's no support from the admin team, then it becomes a problem. And then to blame one part of the community over others, or to blame one part of the community and not take any responsibility upon yourself, no problem, bro. You shouldn't be an owner, right? So as it sits right now, you have half your city defect from your server because you don't know how to be an owner. You have more than half of the people that was carrying your community defect because you don't want to be an effective owner. Agreed, none of us get paid for the things that we do for RP servers, right? We don't get collect the income from this. We do it because we like doing it and we like playing it, right? But then here's the deal. If you have something that's for other people to enjoy, why not listen to the people that's enjoying it? And then you want to sit here and say that everyone's causing drama and people are attacking you. Part of being the owner is taking constructive criticism, negative criticism, positive criticism. That's what you're there for. You're there to handle complaints. You're there to handle situations. You're there to pretty much solve problems that we can't solve on our own. And then to sit here and say, when I decide to take a break and be with my family, I have tons of messages and DMs about, and I quote, stupid issues. Stupid issues. Now, the way I see it is simply this, right? As an owner, there's no such thing as a stupid issue, right? If one of your community members doesn't know how to drive a vehicle and they come to you and ask you for help, that's not a stupid issue. So you in turn alienate more than half of your community because you say the community complains. You say, I have a life too. You say, no one understands the work that goes into maintaining a server. Most of us that was in that city have been part of startup servers, have maybe even been part of an admin team of a startup server. So to say no one knows what it takes to get put in, no one knows what it takes, it's bullshit. So here's my plight with this whole, almost every server you and me have been in were startups, man. We did bug testing on a fucking server for months. Exactly. Exactly. I'm glad you brought that up. So, like Redbeard just said, he and I have done testing on servers, right? So when the owner's bitching about, I have no help, I have no one to help me, I'm doing everything on my own. He put a person in place to be the Discord manager, who was doing a great job. I even said myself, hey, I was on government in my past city. Appreciate it, Redbeard. I was on government in my past city. I can help you. I know how to admin. I don't know how to dev, but I know how to admin. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. What the fuck does he go do? He goes put someone as an admin that don't know what the fuck she's doing. Okay? And and that instance made half the community defect to the city that we're in now. Right? On top of a whole fucking wasted night in a community meeting, nothing got resolved because it was just all about everyone's attacking me. No one understands this. No one understands that. And troopers are taking RP too serious. Troopers do this. Troopers do that. Troopers, 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 troopers. That was the whole meeting. Troopers are wrong. But yet, before you had troopers, You was complaining about you needed troopers. By God, fucking Eric got troopers in there. When I say there was troopers in there was fucking troopers in there. There was about 20 or 30 fucking troopers in there. It was a whole fucking department. And then what happens? Everyone starts complaining about there's too many troopers. The troopers take it too seriously. The troopers this, the troopers that, the troopers blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Bullshit, 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 bullshit. And then the one person that was one of the main criminals would get caught, would always scuff, right? And say, fail RP. No, no, no. You're doing this wrong. Blah, blah, blah. You're picking on me. You can't do this. You can't do that. You can't say that. You can't do this. You can't do that. Then why the fuck are you a criminal? If you don't want to get caught, why the fuck are you a criminal? Why not be a civ? EMS, tow truck driver. Hell, join the force. But here's the thing that pisses me off. Because she is an admin, there's no punishment. There was no punishment for her fail RP. There was no punishment for her whining as others said that everyone else was. There was no punishment. So the fact of the matter is, she got away with any and everything because she was an admin. Probably because she was a she. Don't know. Don't care. The fact of the matter is RP is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be on even level playing field for everybody. And like I said, I'm going to try to keep this a little bit more professional than the Fate one. But I am going to say this. You need to actually know who's in your community and what connections and lines of communications they've opened with people, because you piss the wrong person off, they can cripple your server. I'm not saying I can cripple a server or anything, but I mean, we all know Fate RP is not the same after my podcast, but what I'm saying is simply this. You can't talk to people like you think you know everything just because you're the owner. Yeah, you've been doing RP for 2 years. Cool. That's fine. But because you've been doing RP for 2 years, it doesn't seem like you've been doing it for 2 years. So there's things. Hey, Ink, what's going on? So there's things that you should know as an owner and an admin that you didn't know. So then you called in reinforcements, and by God, I can attest to this man, Inked, putting in time and time, building this fucking server, building it, just to get shitted on. Why? Why do you bite the hand that helped you? Who the fuck does that? And then to say that the whole trooper department was whining and was causing drama, it just flabbergasts me. That's not even a word, but I'm so annoyed with it that I just made the word up. Like, the troopers legitimately have nothing to do. And all they say is, well, there's no crims in the city, so we just sit around. It's boring. And that's whining. He said that's whining. Who the fuck wants to sit and stare at a screen for 3-4 hours doing shit? And then every other department head had to be on and be fucking bored for fucking 4 hours. No, 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 sir. That's not how you do it. I was the assistant chief of EMS. I'd be damn if I was gonna fucking sit at my computer screen for 3 hours doing fucking nothing. It wasn't gonna happen. And I mean, if he felt some type of way, he could have contacted me personally. He could have DM'd me. He could have said, "Hey, I feel like you should be on more." And I would have told him, "Hey, I feel like there should be more to do." But the fact of the matter is simply this: he wanted to dump all his shit on Inked Up Dad. And like I said, I'm not just saying this because we're friends. I've actually seen it. I've seen the time he put into that server. We talked about it. I know what he did for that server just to get shitted on. Just to say that he wasn't doing certain things right. What the fuck was the owner doing? Nothing. Nothing at all. So now you're upset because the department that you was complaining about decided to call it quits and go elsewhere. What the fuck did you expect to happen? Like, really, what the fuck did you expect to happen? So there's a little birdie in the pipeline that I've been talking to today. Hey, what's going on, Deadeye? So there's a little birdie that I've been talking to today that says, we're prepping to poach. We're prepping to poach members. Hey, what's going on, my guys? We're prepping to poach members. That's what was told to me. There's nothing to poach. Fate, Dream Life, Magipore, all stuff that too suffered from incompetent ownership. 100%. 100%. And like I said before, this whole situation could have been solved if the owner of the previous city was an adult and took his criticism like a man and said, okay, I'll try to fix it. Or say, I'll look into it. Or say, okay, I'll take it under advisement. But to sit here and blame a whole fucking department that busted their ass to make sure a city was flourishing, it's complete bullshit. Honestly. And I see I'm not going to be as lucky as I was with the Fate podcast to have anyone from Dream Life come in here, but that's fine. If you want to sit here and blame everybody else for your shortcomings and your mistakes and the things you overlooked and the things you didn't want to admit that you didn't know how to do, then that's on you. You cannot sit here and blame anybody that do not want to sit and stare at a computer screen for 3 hours when they could be doing something else more valuable with their time. Nope, didn't expect him to. I didn't think so either. I even tagged him on Twitter. I don't know if he has access to the Twitter page, but I even tagged him on Twitter. I said I was going to try to be a little more professional from my Fate podcast. Yeah, I kind of lied. So, yeah. So, we're going to start speaking some real vibrant truth here. So, everything started turning to shit when Bella became an admin. I'm just going to keep it 100. Okay? He had a good staff. And then he added Bella. And everything just started going to shit. To fucking talk to somebody as an admin like they're a fucking child or they're fucking stupid is just ridiculous. Someone's expressing their concerns and your response is, well, Anthony has a life too and a family. I have a family Inked Up Dad has a family. I'm quite sure half the people that left Dream Life has families. His family is not the only one that's important. We all take time from our lives to play in that server. He wasn't the only one because he was the owner. He got to have special privileges. No. You can have a server all fucking day, but if you don't have people playing in it, then what the fuck is the point? I mean, that's just where I sit from it. If you can't be approachable as an owner, then what the fuck is the point? If you can't have competent staff members to step in when you're not around, what's the point? And now you got people that's still there because they're scared to leave, and you think you're doing something great. You have people that I don't know how you've done it, but you've scared them into staying in your server. I know there's about a good 5 people that's still there that's not happy, but they stayed. I don't know why. That's their prerogative. But I know 5 people in that server that's not happy. So here's the deal. Yeah, Inked Up Dad. I was told that fuck it. I ain't gonna keep shit private. I was told by Loki that Anthony said that we was prepping to poach people because we were still talking to people that was still in the community. That's what was told to me. So yeah, my response to him was, well, as last I checked, it wasn't a crime to speak to people because you wasn't in the same server. But I mean, I don't know. But here's my thing though. I didn't make it a secret. Yeah, word of mouth does spread fast. I didn't make it no secret. I told him when I first spoke to him. I told Sandy when I spoke to Sandy. I said, "Hey, listen, I'm friends with Inked Up Dad in real life. I usually go where he goes. The only reason why I didn't follow him here sooner was because I was in another city that I held a position in. So that's why I didn't follow him immediately to this city. But I usually go where he goes." I told him that. So they knew. So when that message came across Discord with him resigning, he shouldn't have been upset. He should have been expecting one to follow. What the fuck? So you ain't allowed to talk to friends who left an RP server. These admins are delusional. Yeah. Yep. That's what was said. Stop DMing people in my community. You're not part of it anymore. This city, I must say, I don't know if you're gonna agree with me, Inked Up Dad. This city right here started off good, but how fast it turned to shit, if I had to choose, I think I would have stuck with Fate over this city. That's how bad it turned to shit and how quick it turned to shit. When I first came in the city, he had this crazy idea. I left and we all left because of another city. This fool is the issue. Exactly. And he doesn't want to take ownership for the shit that he's done. He doesn't want to own up to the shit he said. He doesn't want to take ownership for the shit he let Bella say in the meeting. And to sit here and tell me that, nah, we left because of an awful meeting that turned against us and Bella self diverting our questions and ducking. Exactly. Exactly. He let one person pretty much ruin his city. Why? I don't know. Maybe they got something going on that no one knows about. Who knows? But to let one person ruin your city. And I'm not saying she ruined it by herself. Shit was going down before that. She just made it go down faster. But to let one person ruin the hard work that Inked Up Dad put in and what Bevel was trying to do and all these other troopers that was dedicating their time to be in this city to fucking just drive around and sit in corners and wait for people to speed and then for people to complain, oh, when I get in a high speed chase, it's like 3 4 cops chasing me at a time and like it's only one of me. Motherfucker, if you run from the cops in real life, it's gonna be 3 4 cops chasing your ass in real life. It's supposed to be serious RP, right? So if you run from a cop in real life, you think it's just gonna be that one cop chasing you? It's gonna be 2 3 cops chasing your ass because they don't know what you got in the car, for one. For two, if they know you a career criminal, yeah, it's gonna be more than one car chasing you. That's just life. You win some, you lose some. Do your time in prison, come out and do it again. What's the issue? But then for Anthony to sit there and say, yeah, well, I think that's a little unfair to the criminals if it's only 1 or 2 of them and it's like 4 cops chasing them. Like, yeah, they're pretty much outnumbered. Like, I don't know if he's ever seen a police chase in real life before, or I don't know if he knows the protocol to a police chase, but I've never seen a cop chasing a car and it's only one squad car behind it. So that whole part of the meeting just confused the fuck out of me. But then when the troopers started shutting him down about it was their fault, then he tried to quietly blame EMS, and I wasn't fucking having that. No, 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 sir. So if the cops don't want to be on just staring at their fucking screen, what makes them think EMS wants to do the same thing? Like I said, I have a son. Sandy has a child. Been in a police car during a police chase. It was 7 cars and 5 more from another county showed up after the suspect was arrested. Exactly. So for these pussy ass crims that was in this server and want to complain about, oh, it's too many cops chasing us. It's too many cops chasing us. I don't know if they know how a cop chase works. I mean, if I was a cop, I wouldn't feel comfortable chasing the car by myself. So, I mean, I don't get it personally. I don't. Do we have anybody? Do we have anybody? No. Still no one from Dream Life. But yeah, I don't fucking get it. And like I said, Inked Up Dad knows me personally, so he knows if I'm doing the podcast, I'm pretty fucking fed up. Like I've kept my mouth shut out of respect for him because he was in the city as well. So I've kept my mouth shut on a lot of things. Didn't want to stir up anything. Didn't want to cause him no trouble. But the things that I've seen, the shit that I've heard, the way certain people played in the city, I don't understand how they didn't get caught for fail RP. How do you just fly into a server and just start shooting troopers for no reason and nothing happens to you? And then when it gets reported to Anthony, oh, I checked the logs. I didn't see anything like that. I seen it. It happened in front of me. What's going on, freaks? I seen the motherfucker just shoot a trooper in the head and run away. I seen it. This was before I got hired as an EMS. I seen it. So we're talking about another failed city that we was a part of. It's called Dream Life. But yeah, that gets reported and the troopers are just crying because they didn't get their way and blah 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 and yada yada yada. But had it been a trooper that shot somebody and they complained, the trooper would have been in the wrong because you're supposed to take every step before you use lethal force. But people can just go and shoot a trooper and nothing happens. Where the fuck they do that at? Tell me, I want to know. So from that situation right there, I started souring on the city because that told me that if someone was bored and they seen me as assistant chief of EMS and they decided to shoot me for no reason and I went and complained to Anthony about it, nothing would have got done because I'm a public servant that comes with the risk. No, not for EMS. Shouldn't have to be for troopers either. Why are troopers going to come in to the city just to get shot in the head for no reason? There's no RP behind it. There's no reason. You're just doing it because you want to do it. And all the RP is supposed to be reserved for the crims. The criminals need RP. The criminals need RP. So does the troopers. So does the tow truck drivers. So does the mechanics. So does the EMS. Okay? So here's my deal. When a criminal runs from a cop, it robs the cop of the RP. It robs possibly EMS of RP. It the only person that helps is the person that's running and possibly the tow truck driver because if they're a fucked up driver, they're gonna fuck up their car. So the only two people that's getting RP from that situation is the driver and maybe a tow truck driver if they wreck. The troopers are not getting no RP from that. They're just chasing you. And then when they chase you, you're all pissed off when you get caught. You don't RP correctly because you're all pissed off that you got caught. Like that's the name of the game. If you choose to run and you get caught, RP the shit out. Make it fun. I mean, that's not hard to do. And I mean, then you got Mr. Anthony talking about, oh, Jackson White. Yeah. You pull him over, it's gonna be a million questions. He's not just gonna give you papers. Well, guess what? That's not technically RP just because you're asking questions. Like, okay, you're asking questions. That's just making the scenario longer. That's not necessarily RP. And if he feels in his mind that he's a great RP player, then he's 1000% delusional. He's okay, he's passable. But to insinuate that you're a great RP player because you ask questions and you know how to extend the scenario that you're in, that's kind of pushing it. To me, I see a great RP player, a person that you can watch and not lose interest in. A person you can interact with and not say in your head, okay, well, I just want the scenario to be over because I don't want to RP with them. Now, Redbeard's a really good RPer. Like, he's funny as shit. All scenarios don't need to be extended with questions. Exactly. Exactly. Redbeard's funny as shit in RP. So is Blackout. Inked Up Dad is entertaining. Um, Pretty much all the troopers that was in the city that I interacted with, pretty entertaining. But here's my thing though, right? All the troopers that was in Dream Life that actually put effort into being a trooper, that actually put effort into coming into a city that we all knew deep down was dying in the first fucking place. But we still flew in, tried to show support. All those troopers that flew in, Eric that flew in, just because Anthony couldn't do it, I'm gonna do it, even though it probably won't mean much because I'm not the owner. But I appreciate that y'all came in, all the nights that y'all did, even though we was just sitting looking at a fucking computer screen for most of the night. To work all day and then come home, and you know in the back of your mind the city's gonna be fucking dead, and you still come and fly in for more than 10 minutes, that's dedication. And even if he didn't appreciate it, I appreciate it because I know how fucking hard it is to go to work all day, come home, and say, okay, let me fly into a city that's probably gonna be fucking dead, but it's my city, so I'm gonna fly in. We all appreciate each other. That's what makes family. 100%. 100%. And I think Anthony and Bella, damn, almost teared up on that one. I think Anthony and Bella didn't like the fact that a bond was being created in a department and with other people and shit like that. And I think they actually really on the low try to ruin it. I actually think they thought that if Eric left, everyone else would stay. And if I'm being perfectly honest, I told Sandy when we talked, I said, "Listen, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I can't speak for nobody else. I don't know the bond O1 has with his people, but I'm telling you now, if he leaves, I'm leaving. So just be prepared to lose an assistant if O1 leaves." So if no one else knew, Sandy knew that if O1 left, more people was probably going to leave. So for Anthony to say I was blindsided for the most part is bullshit. Because I know him and Sandy talks. Sandy told me that they talk from time to time. Not about the game, but they talk from time to time. So I know Sandy probably said something to him. Oh, some people might be leaving if O1 leaves. I know he probably said it. But Anthony wants to play the fucking victim all the time. It's just not right. I'm only one person. That's why I got the people to help me. The troopers had a huge bond. It was the first department we communicated from top to bottom, no matter ranking. That department was like home. It was like a brotherhood. Yeah, I seen it. I seen it. And to let something like that go in your city is damn right stupid. Downright fucking stupid. Because no one's gonna do what Eric did. No one's gonna be the type of troopers that all you guys were in that city. So for him to not even fight or put up a fight to keep you guys, I think it's stupid. And it shows that he doesn't deserve to be a server owner. Because I tell you, like Redbeard said earlier, we've been in quite a few cities, and I've never seen a department like that. To have a chief who actually has your back is truly amazing. Yep, I've never seen a PD department like I've seen in Dream Life. I've never seen that many troopers or cops or sheriffs or whatever that city may have had in a server, and especially at one time. I've never seen that before. So for you to have something that's that unique in your city and you let it go, I don't think you have any idea what you're doing. You have no idea what you're doing. And to sit here and blame everybody else besides the persons that's responsible for it, it's fucking foolish. It's foolish and it's delusional. So all the hard work that Eric did and all the work that Bevel was trying to do just got fucked up because you put Bella in the mix. And now she thinks she runs every fucking thing and she can talk to people however she wants to talk to them and she could do whatever the fuck she want to do. Like, how do you think that that's a great idea? How do you think that having someone that's probably never been an admin before be an admin in your city and you think, okay, I can take a step back? They got it. That's like the blind leading the blind. Like, you're not an effective owner and she has no idea what she's doing as an admin. But you want to take a step back and say, I have a staff now. So you guys don't have to DM me. You guys don't have to contact me. You guys don't have to interact with me. And then he says, "Oh, when I'm playing in the city, do not come and talk to me about issues. Open up a ticket." Um, if you're supposed to be the mayor of the city, if you're playing as the mayor of the city, what is your role as the mayor? Because I thought in real life, the mayor takes care of issues that his citizens have in his city. He listens to complaints. So if you're playing as the mayor in the city, what are you doing in the city besides just running around? Like, what are you really doing? You're running around, you're testing things. If you're running around and testing things and someone comes up to you and say, "Hey, my car keeps glitching out. I can't get into it." Wouldn't it be easier to just take care of it right then and then, there and then, instead of saying, "Hey, open a ticket," and you take care of it 2 days later? I mean, that's just me being logical. Maybe I'm wrong, but if you're the mayor, you take care of shit. I've I've sat and watched many of Eric's streams or whatever. There's never been a time when a troopers come to him and say, "Hey, this is not working and that's not working," and he said, "Oh well, open the ticket. We'll take care of it later." It was addressed right then and there. And if it couldn't be fixed right then and there, then he would say, "Okay, well, open the ticket and I'll get it looked into." But why would you tell your community, if I'm playing as the mayor, don't approach me about technical issues? And then to say, "I deserve to play the game and have fun just like you guys." Okay, yeah, everyone deserves to have fun and play the game. But if you decide to open the server, guess what? You having fun and playing the game comes second to you making sure everyone in your city is happy. Hey, Piccadilly, what's going on? So I don't know shit about owning a GTA RP server. I'm not gonna pretend like I know anything about it. But I know about being a leader. I know about being a boss. And I know if I have people coming to me telling me, "Hey, this is wrong, that's wrong, this is messed up." I know as the boss, as the leader, I have to address it. I can't say, "Hey, talk to me later. I'll handle it later. I don't want to be bothered right now. Talk to this person, talk to that person." It's part of being an owner. It's part of being a boss. If you can't appreciate the effort that your people put into your server, then you shouldn't be an owner. And this video right here is going to be the end of the dream life discussion because it's just not worth talking about anymore. Nothing's going to change. They're not going to realize their wrongs. They're not going to realize that they fucked up a server that could have been great. They fucked up a server that could have had, if not the strongest, one of the strongest PD departments ever in GTA RP history. They're going to have to live with that. They're going to wake up and realize and say, "Fuck, we could have done something here. We really could have done something here." That's just standard practice nowadays with RP communities, man. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But he could have had something special. He could have. He really could have. And now it's all fucked up. Because, I mean, I can't speak for the rest of the guys, but I know for me personally, there's really nothing anyone can say to get me to go back there. Like, he can offer me to be number two to him, and I would say no. Like, it's just to the point where sometimes once a bridge is burnt, it's burnt. And that's just for me. I'm not speaking for anybody else, but that's just for me. Like, I don't think that's a place where I can say, okay, they got their shit together. I can go back. Because now I'm going to be in the back of my head saying, okay, well, how long is it going to be until he starts his shit again? How long is it going to be before he lets Bella start talking to people all crazy and shit again? I can't do that. So, I mean, for me, once this video is over, they're in the rear view, unless someone from there contacts me, which I don't think anyone's going to contact me because even though they're not in here now, wait, let me see because I got quite a few people. Do I have any lurkers? Any lurkers? Nope, no lurkers. Okay. I'm pretty sure eventually someone from there is going to see this video. Eventually. There's no way they can't. It's on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. There's no way they can't see this video. I'm shocked that no one from mod or admin team showed up to defend themselves. Well, like I said, that's the only credit I give the Crazy J. The only credit. He came and tried to defend his city. Didn't work too well for him, but he tried. So I give him an A for effort, E for effort, whatever the fuck you want to say. I give him props for putting in the effort. But I seriously think Anthony and or Bella didn't come to my podcast because in the back of Anthony's mind, he knew I would have ripped him a new asshole. He knew. He knew. And since we want to talk about poaching, I forgot to tell you this, Eric. Anthony tried to poach me from my city because I knew his name looked familiar when I joined the city. I just couldn't put my finger on it. But when I DM'd him about the situation, all they wanted to do was bash the department, so the pressure was off of them. When we left, we were told we were the babies and complainers. Yep, they sure was. But when I DM'd him about the situation you told me to DM him about, I seen the previous message. He sent me a friend request when I was in Sundown. And I added him and I asked him, I said, do I know you? He was like, huh? I said, you sent me a friend request. Do I know you? He was like, I did. And I sent him the screenshot. And he's like, oh, I did that by mistake. I said, how the fuck did you send me a friend request by mistake? Like, how does that happen? They sound like salty ass admins, man. Great cities have shit fucking owners. Me and Vira know this shit all too well. True indeed. True indeed. Yes, we do. And now, I said I wasn't gonna do this shit again after Fate. I was gonna do one on Madripoor, but I decided to forego that. But every time I try to get away from shit like this, shit happens, and then I have to end up doing another video. So basically, this video is basically to tell Dream Life, mainly Anthony and Bella. You need to be careful who you shit on because you don't know what connections they have, who they know, what they do. Word of mouth travels fast. Word of mouth travels very fast, like the commissioner said. So just because no one's here from Dream Life doesn't mean no one's going to see this video in the future. Or doesn't mean people that's looking to join the city is not going to stumble across this video and say, maybe I shouldn't join Dream Life. Honestly, was salty. We all tried leaving with dignity. and on a respectful manner. I guess that still wasn't good enough. I'll tell you what, it's not that it wasn't good enough, it's that he couldn't do anything to stop it from happening. He couldn't do nothing to stop it. Once Eric left and then I left, he knew he was fucked. That's why he's all salty, because he knew he was fucked. I think he thought in the back of his mind he would have had a little shred of hope if one of us had stayed. But I wish those asshats would have come in here. I wish so too. I really do. Because the thing about it is I'm all for equal opportunity, right? I want people to defend themselves. I want people to tell their sides of the story. I don't want this to seem like I'm bashing. I like when they come in so they can talk their bullshit and I can rip them apart with logic and truth. So that way when other people look at this video, they don't say, "Oh wow, he's just bashing the shit out this city." Nah, this is not Discord Piccadilly. This is a GTA RP roleplay. So all I'm saying is simply this: roleplay is supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be politics. It's not supposed to be passing the buck to this department and that department, and you got to be on 3 nights a week to stare at your computer screen because I don't have. Actually, his exact words to me was, "You need to be on 3 to 4 times a week because I have no EMS on at peak playing hours." So my question to him was, when is peak playing hours? Because I'm usually on between 8:30 and 9, and I'm doing nothing. I stay on until 10:30 latest. If nothing pops up, I leave. He's like, "No, no, 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 no. Like, that's just when it starts getting good around 10:30, 11." I'm like, "Okay. Like, so you want me to be up until 1, 2 in the morning when I have to be to work at 7:30? No, thank you." He's like, "Well, if you're going to be a department head, you got to be on." I said, "First of all, I'm not a department head. I'm an assistant department head. Sandy's the department head. He needs to be on 3 to 4 times a week, not me. I'm just here to do what he tells me to do or to do what he can't get to. That's all I'm here for." But he can take 3, 4, 5 nights off and not show up and play. But he wants his department heads to be on 3 to 4 nights a week and being bored. How the fuck does that make sense? And then to sit here and have, well, Redbeard, Blackout, Inked Up Dad, Eric, you guys know me. You know when I do videos like this, I always have a pipe bomb or two. So now it's pipe bomb time. So to have an admin sit and spectate somebody and then go back and report that they're not playing RP the correct way. Is that really a good admin? Is is that an admin that you would trust as an owner? Because to go and spectate someone and then run back to the owner without even talking to the player first to see if they understood clearly the rules of engagement or the rules of the city before you go back and report, kind of sounds like a snake to me. I mean, everyone have their different meanings and scenarios and everything like that, but kind of sounds like a snake to me, right? So I don't know. It's just, ugh. And I really wanted fucking someone from Fate to come in here. I mean, from Dream Life. But I guess that's not going to happen. So here's the. Oh, I knew I was forgetting to do something. Who wants to come in and talk? That's how you do it. Click that link. I want someone to talk. I want someone to tell their side. I don't want to seem like I'm bashing somebody or all the people. Um, but I don't want to make it seem like I'm bashing people on a personal level. This is strictly about RP. You can be the greatest person in the world and a shitty owner, a shitty RP player, a shitty admin. But if you honestly feel like you're doing a great job over in Dream Life, you're highly delusional, and I'm simply the guy here that's gonna tell you that you're doing a piss poor job because you lost the whole fucking department in a night. I think it was. If it wasn't a night, it was over the course of 2 nights. A whole fucking department in 2 nights. That's just crazy. That would be so demoralizing to me. I actually would shut my city down. If I lost a whole department over 2 nights, I would shut my city down. I really would. 5 hours? Oh yeah. Yep. I would definitely shut my city down. To lose a department in 5 hours, that's more than embarrassing. That's just crazy talk. Wow. 5 hours. 5 hours. Hmm. Hmm. Wow. That's about how long it took me to rip Fade a new asshole in my podcast. About 5 hours. Right, Redbeard? It was about 5 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours. That was a pretty long podcast. I think it was 4 hours. I think it was 4 hours. But give me 1 second. I'm gonna see. I want to see if I can. Definitely still need to go watch that. Yeah, you should. It was it was quite a great one. Let me see if I get some eyes on this real quick. Let me see. 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 Let's see. So that's him. He's playing Dream Life right now. I know he's not gonna come in, but I'm a DM him too. Da 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 da. All right. Now, I did that to try to get eyes from Dream Life on the podcast. And I also did that because I know one of them is gonna go to Anthony and tell him I DM'd him. I really want Anthony to come in here though. That's who I really want to come in here. I want him to come in here. But here's the thing. Anthony had like a godlike complex, right? So the way Anthony spoke, he made it seem like we were supposed to bow down to him because he was the owner of the server. He made it seem like, oh, I gotta take that off. I thought I took that off. He made it seem like we didn't have a right to voice our disagreements with him, or we didn't have a right to sit here and say, no, you're wrong. Well, guess what, Anthony? Everyone's wrong sometimes, even me. So if you don't like hearing that you're wrong, then maybe you shouldn't be an owner of a city. Because there's going to be people that's not going to kiss your ass. There's going to be people that's not going to tell you what you want to hear. There's going to be people that tells you when your server fucking sucks, it sucks. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm just trying to be the voice of the voiceless, bro. Like there's no reason to be scared to tell people this fucking sucks. Let's spice it up. I tried that too, got nowhere. Well, this is why he's in the situation he's in because he doesn't listen to his people. He has to understand that it's the people that makes the server. He may have created it, but it's the people that keep it going. You have no people, you have no server. I mean, you have a server, but you have no community. So, does he really think that him and Bella can keep a city going by themselves? Is that what he's thinking? Because that's the feeling I'm getting. A sad way to dream. A sad way dream life is going. Straight facts. I was there. Anthony doesn't know what he's doing. Exactly. I'll be surprised if Bella is in there for much longer too. Well, I mean, I personally feel she was part of the problem. Honestly, like it was going to shit. But when he made her an admin, it just started going down really quick because she started talking to people like they were pieces of shit. And like she never wanted to get caught by the cops when she did something. She never wanted to do the jail time. And it's like, what's even the point of being a fucking criminal if you don't want to get chased by the cops and you don't want to do the jail time and you don't want to pay the fines? Like, what the fuck is the point? Be a fucking civ. Do a 9 to 5. But then it's everyone else's fucking fault when people don't fly in and nothing's happening and everyone's just sitting around waiting for something to happen. And then Anthony's talking about there's too many cops at one scene. Basically, when you enter a scene as a cop, you're supposed to have an additional 32 if you're doing a high speed chase. Now, if it's just a traffic stop, then no. Bella will be there long when you are getting back the way she did. And when she can break RP the way she did, yeah, it was normal. Her admin skills are awful. Yep, very much so. Very, very much so. And it's like I personally feel like if someone spoke to Bella or if someone said, "Hey, you're a terrible admin," I feel like Anthony would ban them. I know Bella a lot better than all opinions. There was too many cops because usually they only call who you get 2 3 hour shift. It's Roman. Well, I have a favor to ask of you, Roman. Why don't you pop on in the podcast and just I know you was trying to get something out in the meeting, but you kept getting banned. So if you want to pop into the podcast and speak your piece, I have no problem with that at all. Just click that link. Bo Johnson, I've seen you. I never worked with you, but I've seen you before. All right, we got him. We got him. Hello, sir. How's it going?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Much, not much. So, what's going on? Tell us about Anthony and Bella.
Well, Bella, I have only good opinions on. It's well, not her fault that the server went downhill. That's down to one man and one man only, in my opinion.
Okay,
You know,
I
when
can.
you've got a server owner that's just constantly blowing smoke up everybody's ass, you know.
Okay, I can agree with that to a certain extent, but she is still condescending, though. At least she was in the meeting. In the meeting, she was very condescending. So, I mean, maybe she was just having an off night. I don't know.
That could have been my fault potentially.
But yeah. Um, like I was saying earlier before you came in, I think Anthony has a godlike complex where he feels like people shouldn't speak up to him.
Oh,
And
yeah, absolutely, without a doubt.
me personally, that's not the type of person I am. I mean, if I see something's wrong or I see people I care about getting treated like shit, I'm gonna say something about it.
Yep, without a doubt.
And personally, I've had several conversations with Inked Up Dad, and I've told him, and he could attest to this. I told him, I'm like, you're doing too much for this city, and like I don't see any appreciation in return.
I had that same opinion, to be honest with you. Like, he's managing the Discord, he's inviting all these players. He's trying to enforce rules in the server too. He basically overtook that sort of like ownership role.
True indeed. And it's like I feel like that's all Anthony wanted was people to be around so he wouldn't have to be in the server or he wouldn't have to do anything and just push it off on everybody else. Honestly. Yeah, that's true. That's true. He did I noticed he did start getting a lot stricter for no reason at all. For no reason at all. It's like the server went dead and he started saying you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this, you got to do this, you got to do that, you can't do this. And I'm like, but the server's dead. Why are we doing all this? Like 8 people on at a time, 4 of them are troopers, one of them is me, and the other people is just driving around doing nothing. Like, what's the point?
To be fair, when I was there, like, it was well over a month since it first got brought to Anthony's attention, but like we can earn money from doing jobs at all. Like selling the like the banknotes and stuff, that was all scuffed. So we would be doing the banks to do a bank, or we'd be doing Evangelico just to do Evangelico at that point. And when your priority is putting in an unrealistic cop car to having criminals that can actually earn money, like where's that going to get you when running a server?
True. So let me ask you, and you can tell me to mind my business if you want. That's fine. Um, exactly what happened that you left the server?
Just bringing stuff up in the community meeting, getting promised that it would be brought in. Well, a mix of everything, to be honest. And then, having a kind of negative tone brought up to me when I'm, saying that this isn't what we asked for, but, you promised different. Uh, the whole like sort of ruling, like the whole, well, like you said, God complex that Anthony had. He never liked to lose. It always had to be win-win-win with him.
Hmm.
I got into admin scenes or like shit comments towards me because he lost, and I don't want to involve myself when a server ends like that because it's just going to cause a negative impact on me and the people I rolled with.
Yeah, I feel you. I mean, well, like I said, I'm a different type of guy. He tried to do it to me, and didn't turn out too well for him. But he seemed to back down pretty quick on me when I told him I wasn't gonna sit at my computer screen for 3 hours doing nothing. So, I mean, he may have been upset with me. He possibly may have said something to Inked Up Dad about it. I don't know. But the fact of the matter is you can't expect no one to sit at a computer screen for 3 hours just staring at their computer screen, not doing anything. And then he's gonna say, "Well, you can patrol looking for calls." How am I gonna patrol looking for calls when no one's doing anything? So I'm just gonna drive just to drive.
Well, yeah, exactly. You're not going to do that, are you? But then in that same turn, like, criminals don't have like an actual motive to go do jobs because they can't earn anything from it. So that's a huge issue there.
Yeah, that's true too.
Whether or not that's fixed now, I have no clue, but it took well over a month to even do so.
I'm not sure if it's fixed because, like I said, there would be criminals in the city and they're doing nothing. They're just hanging out at Legion or they're just driving around. And to spend 2 to 300 to fill up your gas tank, damn, 2 to 300. I never filled up gas there, so I don't know because I never drove nowhere. I got lied to about being promoted to a Discord mod. Then he took my trusted member role while others had it. Then told me to stop hanging with my friends because they were crims like they never did crim stuff in front of me. Then to top it off, he told me to be a spy on them. What? Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, that was in relation to spying on me and the people I rolled with, actually.
Wow, that's
He's
okay.
constantly watching people in the city to see if they're saying stuff about him. And then when he finds you saying stuff about him, it's goodbye, there's the door.
Wow. Well, that's abuse of admin powers. But yeah, I kind of figured he was like that, and like I said earlier in the podcast, I only came into the city because of Inked Up Dad. I go where he goes for the most part. But when he left, I left, and the department left with us. But to sit here and say, preach, when we used to be EMS, me and my husband, no one would be doing anything. So we just sat in the server. When we did leave the server to take a break, people would need us and expected it. Oh, so it was you that they was talking about in the meeting. Okay. Now it makes sense. Okay. Makes sense now. This almost got almost as much views as the Fate role play video. But this is just my take on the whole server and everything. This is just my opinion. I'm speaking for me, no one else. Um, I feel like Anthony just put people in place just so he could be more lazy. That's just how I feel because Inked Up Dad was doing a lot just to be the community Discord manager, right? He was doing a lot. He was recruiting, he was doing applications, he was enforcing rules,
I'll be honest with you, he was running the whole server essentially.
pretty much.
The only thing it
And
wasn't doing was dragging and dropping scripts in.
yep. And pretty much I feel like I said, me and him are friends in real life or whatever. And I know sometimes he may get mad at me or whatever, but I tell him, I'm like, listen, hey, I think you're doing too much. You need to cool it down a little bit. Like, you're not the owner. You're just you're just the manager. I mean, my biggest pet peeve is seeing people taking advantage of people's niceness, right? So Inked Up Dad's a very nice dude. If he's cool with you, he's gonna do whatever he can to help you out, right? But at the same time, there needs to be some reciprocation on the other person's end. If he's giving, 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 and all Anthony was doing was taking, 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 then what the fuck is the point in that?
Well, yeah,
Because
exactly.
he's just burning himself out, and Anthony is just sitting there reaping the benefits.
You can tell there was more of a passion from Inked Up Dad than there was from Anthony. I mean, look at all well, the comparison and efforts being put into the server. When
Yep,
it's his own server.
yep,
Once you fall back into that like lazy sort of habit, nothing's going to get done and your server is going to fall apart, which is
yep,
exactly what's happening. And it's the best case of karma I've seen.
yep. R32, he did say that in the meeting. He said he makes his own scripts, and then when someone brought it up, he tried to
Oh,
backpedal.
that was me. I found that hilarious, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and he tried to backpedal and say, "I never said that. I never said that."
yeah. I'm
Yeah,
glad other people heard that too. It comes to a point where I've started making a server myself. I'm looking into all the scripts and stuff. I'm not going to
hmm
complain I made them all, but it's just it really like shows that he did just drag and drop stuff in because of how he just couldn't fix anything. It'll be like, oh, this script isn't working. Let me go find another one, etc., etc. Or it will just come and it'll be broken and it'll stay broken, like selling the banking items, for example. You know,
Yeah, he did say that in the meeting. He's like, if things are messed up, I can't do anything until a developer unlocks it. Like, if it's locked, I can't fix it.
but he claims to make all of his own stuff. Like he
Mm,
made the server from the ground up.
yep.
That made me lose a lot of respect for him as well. So
I mean, personally, I feel like he opened the server just because it was something to do. I don't think he's into it like he should be for an owner. I don't think he appreciates the people that he had around him as an owner. What I do think is he just wants people. This admin y'all talking about sounds like choice favorites and he held prejudice towards those who don't want to in his echo chamber of bullshit. Yeah, that's pretty much true. Anyone that had a
100%,
voice,
100%.
he didn't like. Like I I kept my mouth, like I said, I kept my mouth shut on a lot of things because I didn't want to bring heat on Inked Up Dad because he knew me and him was friends. So I kept my mouth shut about a lot of shit. But now that he's not in there anymore, I can say whatever the fuck I want to say, and it ain't shit he can do to me. But I did hit up two people from Dream Life, and they did not respond. I don't think. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Nope, they did not respond. Okay. Well, that's fine. I just wanted to give them a chance to defend themselves, but I guess they don't see that important or whatever. Like I said before, I'm gonna say it again. Like I said to Anthony, I don't have a problem with Bella personally. I don't even know Bella, but I just don't want. I just didn't like the way she spoke in the meeting. Hey, Sandy, you wanna fly up into the into the podcast if you want. Here's the link if you want. You don't have to. You can listen if you want. But yeah, I don't have a problem with Bella personally. I don't know her. I just felt like in the meeting she was very rude and condescending, and it kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I mean, like I said, I didn't have much interaction with her in the server, but just that night or whatever. Like I said, she could have been having a bad night. Everyone has a bad night. I'm cool with it. I just that's all I said to Anthony was I didn't like the way she spoke in the meeting.
She was having a bad night. I can assure you on that.
And yeah, it went from there. Once I said that to him, he's like, Bella's a great person and you're the only one that complain and blah. I'm like, bro, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying it I didn't like the way she spoke in the meeting. Like he could have took that time to say she's not usually like that. She's usually not a lot nicer. Maybe she's having a bad night, but he didn't do that. She's a great person and you blah. I said I never said I had a problem with her. I just said, as an admin, she was kind of condescending, like she wasn't listening to us, she was deflecting. That's all I said. And he just he's just blah 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 yada yada. I'm like, okay, cool. But then to sit in the meeting and blame the troopers for ruining the server or to say EMS doesn't do enough, there's nothing for EMS to do. No one's getting hurt, no one's putting in calls, no one's doing anything. So when EMS flies out and he flies in and he gets hurt or someone that he knows gets hurt and there's no EMS on to save them and he has to use his god powers to pick them up, I shouldn't have to use my god powers. Like that's what EMS is for. Like you guys are never on because there's never nothing to fucking do. Like, what do you want me to do? I have a child. Sandy has a child. We both have jobs and lives. I'm not gonna sit here all night waiting for one call and then not get another call for the rest of the night.
Yeah, exactly. And there was that sort of like level of expectation with EMS. You know, they had to be on duty all the time. Oh,
Yeah, it got to the point where I was like, I would fly in. Oh, people were getting hurt, but the ones getting hurt were being carried by their buddies to avoid extra RP or charges because EMS and PD work together. Yeah, I did one call there. Think the time the server started going down was the time he decided to add a Supra and a Corvette to the PD, and he would use them during chases and start ramming off the bat. That's when Anthony really took a turn for the worse, and people started leaving. Okay, wait. So he would use the police car and ram
yeah,
people,
100%. In a Lamborghini, in a Supra, in what other cars did he have? He had just like super unrealistic cop cars, like a Bugatti.
but Inked Up Dad or somebody that was on the force. In the meeting, didn't he say you can't ram the cars in the chase? You have to pit them. You can't ram them at all because that's a form of power gaming. Didn't he say something like that in the meeting? Yeah, he did. But he was ramming people in fucking Supras and Corvettes. What kind of shit is that?
Exactly, man. The rules don't apply to him. He just makes them.
So it's he has a more of a do as I say, not as I do mentality.
Exactly.
Cool. Yeah, last time I got arrested there, he rammed me into a wall, flipped my car, and hell, half the time he would ram me into people or other cars. He made it like PD stopped protecting and serving. Wow, that's crazy. So pretty much he wanted a PD department because he was on PD and he sucked as a cop and he wanted other people to be cops.
Yeah, but what makes sense for your RP server to go in the right direction, to have yourself as the commissioner above the chief, when you don't actually know how to do that job. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
He is like the highest of the high in the PD, yet he's given the worst example of how to do so.
That's yeah, that's wow. I've uh I've heard some crazy shit about RP owners in cities, but that just takes the cake. Like I said earlier before you came in, I did another video on another server called Fate RP. I don't know if you ever heard of them. But
No, man.
yeah, they was just as bad as Anthony. Except again, Inked Up Dad was being nice, was running the PD, doing SOPs, all that stuff, and like the chick just wasn't happy with him. Like nothing he did made her happy. And she kept saying the same thing Anthony's doing, kept blaming the PD for this, blaming the PD for that. Inked Up Dad is 10 times better cop than Anthony could ever be. When I was a trooper and they both were on, I'd look at Inked Up Dad as if he was higher than Anthony. Well, I mean, I was there when he told Inked Up Dad and do what you want with the department. Like he told him when he became chief, like it's yours, do what you want with it. And then when Inked Up Dad started getting people in, this motherfucker gonna say, "Hey, you're getting too many people too fast. Like you need to close the applications." What?
Is that
What?
really what he said?
Like, what kind of shit is this? Like
The server
you
was struggling for so long on troopers, PD, etc. This just doesn't make sense.
because the crims that was on was complaining that it was too many troopers, and when they would get in high speed chases, it would be two of them and three cop cars chasing them. And Anthony was like, "That's power gaming. That's unrealistic." So I know myself in the meeting said, "Well, Anthony, have you ever been part of a real life cop chase? Like, if you're running from the cops, there's gonna be more than one squad car chasing you, no matter how many people's in the car. Like, they don't know why you're running, so they're gonna have backup when they
I
do
think,
stop you."
yeah, I think that situation was based off of me and my guys actually. We were complaining because in the server rules it states for a side no matter what. That was just not happening at all. Like happening at all. But we can't have more than four at a scene. But it states in the rules, blah blah blah. But Anthony was like, well, you know, like, are we gonna follow your rules or not?
Mm-hmm. Eric was not the only person to recruit for cops. He would help Anthony and try to recruit crims as well, but that's not on a trooper. Wouldn't that be on Anthony? Oh shit, Eric, you was trying to recruit criminals too? You didn't tell me that.
I believe Eric was trying to recruit crims, EMS, everything.
That's crazy. Well, I was recruiting EMS when I became the assistant or whatever because I knew Sandy was busy or whatever and I was just trying to help out. But I mean, the two that I recruited, one was kind of an idiot and the other one just left. Like, I mean, I recruited, but like the times that he wanted Sandy and I on, we was busy. So I told him, I'm like, listen, hey, I'm gonna hire you, run around the city, figure where things are out. Tomorrow I'll train you. This motherfucker goes and clocks in and takes calls and everyone's blowing up my DMs talking about, well, he doesn't know what he's doing and he took 30 minutes to get to me. I'm like, who? Who are we talking about? you're a new recruit. I didn't tell him to work. Like, what's going on? Like, why is he on the clock? Like, he hasn't been trained. So here comes Anthony. Why are you letting EMS run that hasn't been? I said, Anthony, I didn't tell him to run EMS. I told him to look around the city. I can't control what people do when I'm not there. I didn't tell him to go on the clock and take an ambulance and drive around. He did that on his own.
No doubt that was all your fault as well.
He's like, well, as his supervisor, you were supposed to make sure he wasn't. I'm like, listen, I told him I had things to do IRL. You're lucky I even flew in and interviewed him and hired him. Like, I have things to do. Like, I didn't have to fly in tonight and interview him and hire him. I could have did it tomorrow. But yes, that should be more on the owners to get crims to match the troopers. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Eric, you've been doing a lot, sir. You naughty, naughty boy. Nobody I wanted Loki or Anthony to come in here. But Loki read my shit. He didn't even respond.
I highly doubt you'd see Anthony in here. Or he's just watching and not saying anything.
Loki, are you in here? Sandy, is the city busy tonight? That would be epic. Eric was also offering the business things and MC clubs to new people. Damn, Eric, what wasn't you doing?
That's what I'm saying. Like, Eric was more Verona than Anthony ever was.
Ice Murder, what's going on, bro? They ain't going. They ain't gonna, cause they're the type to raise their voice instead of listening to reason. Happen every time I brought up something about EMS. Oh, they can raise their voice. I'm all for it. I I love arguing. I love it, especially when I know you're wrong. I said it in the Fate RP video, and I'm gonna say it again. I stick up for people I'm cool with, for people I roll with, and I haven't known 32 for that long. I haven't known uh the other troopers that's in my podcast for long, but I've RP'd with them a little bit, and I know that they're good people and they just want to play the game. So if you fuck with them, you're gonna fuck with me. If you fuck with Inked Up Dad, you're gonna fuck with me. If you fuck with Redbeard, you're gonna fuck with me. Ice Murder, Blackout. I'm the guy that likes to speak up. Vibrant Truth versus Anthony pay per view available now. I'll drop the cash app. That wouldn't be a fight. That wouldn't be a fight at all. See, because the thing about Anthony is he says the same thing over and over again, and he tries to deflect. I'm gonna hit you with some facts and the truth. I'm gonna hit you with everything that everyone's thinking and won't say. And I don't think Anthony would know how to take me if we actually got into an argument. I mean, I just want to try and see a calm Anthony, but you wouldn't get that once you hit him with an uppercut of facts. I mean, Eric can Eric can attest to my mouth. My mouth get out of line sometimes. The motherfucker suspended me over it. Like, I think he was a little emotional at that point, but he suspended me over my mouth. But yeah, that's neither here or there. Yeah, Eric, you poacher. There was one time we had a call and we had to switch vehicles, and there was two people riding in one car. runway. Told them to move, they wouldn't move. Me and Kuda rammed them. And after all that, we were blamed, and the other guys got a small slap on the wrist, even though they done a lot of stupid shit. Wow, that's crazy. He pretends he knows how to hack and try to scare people that way, but motherfucker didn't know the difference between AMD R5 CPU over Intel i5. Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, Sandy, no one's stopping you from coming over. I mean, I don't know about chief because there's a chief here already, and I'm the assistant. But no one stop you from coming over. Yeah, I know. Just tugging your chain. We want him to. It would be the normal group back again. True indeed. I really appreciate you guys stopping in, Roman. I appreciate you for hopping in the stream and speaking
No,
your piece.
it's hella nice to see some people with the same opinion, to be honest.
Trying to. Hey, I have a lurker. Who's feet? Does anyone know who feet is? Feet. Who are you? Dorney. Anyone knows Dorney? Who are you? That's a bot. Come on, people. I need someone from Dream Life to come in. Does anyone have a direct line to Anthony?
Yeah, I hella appreciate you having me on here, bro. I'm gonna
No,
have to head out now.
no problem. Thank you for stopping by.
Yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you.
No one has a direct line to Anthony. Hell no, I burnt that bridge with gasoline and dynamite. I can give you his cell. Wow, really, Eric? For him to say I'm harassing him? Nah, I'm good. Sandy, go post in Discord that Vibrant is live. They need to hear this. Yeah, Sandy. I DM low key, but he didn't answer me. Ain't that what someone did in Fate, Eric? Someone put my link in Fate. I just want to have a civilized conversation. That's all. Just a civilized conversation on an even playing field. See, he'll be on my podcast, so he can't intimidate people. They need to hear facts that are being said rather than duck and hide. Got any old text messages on record? Yeah, I just want to have a civilized conversation and let them let them hear the truth. That's who we trying to get in here, Redbeard. Fucking Anthony, the owner. He blocked me on Discord because I can't even see his messages no more. Tell Anthony Sal asked that if you don't join in the next 5 minutes, I'm gonna take a shit in a Tupperware container and toss it at his house. Laugh. Wow. Okay, I found him. I just DM'd Anthony. Anytime, Rhoda. With a name like Anthony. His voice sounds like that too. What do we have? What do we have? Come on. I know we can get him in here. Oh, he was typing. I don't know who he was typing to, but I seen he was typing. Gonna put the invite link in again. Do 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 do. Hey Anthony, hop in the podcast. Click the link in the chat. Mm-mm-mm. 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 Hey Anthony, can you hear me? Click the link, the invite link. Who got timed out? Redbeard, aren't you a mod on my Twitch? Hey Anthony, I need to speak with you. Can you click the link? Click the link in the chat and put it in again. Yeah, you can't switch the bot. I don't really fuck with the bot. I gotta go in and fuck with it. I haven't fucked with it since Crackback set it up way back when. I just added shit. I never fixed it. I'm just trying to have a conversation. That's all I'm trying to do. Just trying to have a conversation. I'm try one more time. Uh, try it now, Anthony. See if that one works. Is the link working? Someone try to see if the link is working. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna try something. Give me 1 second. Hey, what's going on, Basham?
What's going on, my man?
Not much, not much. All right, so I sent it to him in Discord. Let's see if that one works.
I've sent him a link as well. Yeah, man, he's a big man behind that keyboard when he's got the power in his chat, but seems to be a little different when the ball's not in his court. Yeah.
Starting to see that. Just want to have a conversation with your brother, that's all. Oh. Did he leave?
Yeah,
I think. No, he didn't leave. Okay. Well, I mean, if you can't join, just listen then. You can type if you want.
he won't.
So basically, this is the issue, right? Personally, I feel like um you blame the whole PD department for the problems in your server. And then you switched from PD and you said EMS is never on at peak times. Um my question to you, if you can type this since you can't get in, is why would you think that EMS would sit on a server for 3 hours with nothing to do? And why do you think that you can say that PD was doing high speed chases wrong when Crims complained about it being two or three cop cars chasing them? Like in real life, there's gonna be two or three cop cars chasing you, right? So I feel like you're deflecting issues to the PD, and EMS is more of a reflection of you not knowing what to say when we bring issues to you, right? And that's fine. That's all fine and dandy. But to sit here and say PD takes RP too serious, or PD does fail RP, or PD does shit RP, and EMS is never there when you need them, like, what's the incentive to be there? So, I mean, the whole idea of this is simply I've heard from a few people that you're saying that we left just to join the server that we're in. That's not why we left. We left because there was no communication from the administration team, with the exception of Bevel. There was and Eric, of course. There was no support. Every time something was brought up, it was made to feel like it was a nag or it wasn't an important issue. And then you said in the meeting, and you sent out several announcements. When I'm in the city as the mayor, don't come to me with issues. Put in a ticket. Like I told you before, it's your server, your rules. But as the mayor, isn't that your job to take care of issues in the city or technical issues? I can understand your other characters, but as the mayor, that's your job to take care of what needs to be taken care of. If a player comes to you and say, "Hey, my car's glitching out," you're the mayor. That's what you're supposed to take up. I got to fix that. Um, I can't pronounce your name, but I have to fix that. I'm sorry. That you're supposed to take that up right then and there, not say put in a ticket. So, like I told you before in private conversations, I've been an admin. I've been a mod in discords before. I've helped build cities before. I'm not a dev, no, but I've recruited for up and coming cities. I've been a department head. I've been on government. So I feel like, with the exception of Eric and Bevel, you just took someone and just threw them in the admin position. just because you could or just because you wanted to, which is fine. But at the same time, you got to understand your admins is what help push the city. So if people is not liking the admin, your city's not going to go nowhere. And you mentioned before, oh, I'm the only one that said something about Bella. I have 21 people in here that would probably say the same thing to you that I've been saying. Bella is very condescending and she deflects. She doesn't solve issues. She just deflects them and blames the person that's coming to her with the problem. So, I mean, my question to you is do you really feel like you was fair in this situation? And do you really feel like you have no fault in what really just transpired with Dream Life?
My big thing too was that how are you going to claim that PD or troopers is ramming cars and pursuits and things like that and your server's laggy?
We can hear you.
Yo, I can hear you guys. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
So, did you hear anything I said?
No, I disconnected.
Okay, so I'm gonna sum it up for you. So I've heard from a few people, like Eric, I'm friends with people that's still in Dream Life. I heard from a few people that number one, you're saying that we're preparing to poach people. Number two, you're saying that we left just to join another server. That's not why we left. Why we left was because a lot of us felt like there was no support from the admin side, with the exception of Bevel and Eric, right? So when you say things like when I'm in the city as the mayor, don't approach me with technical issues or anything like that, like I told you before, that's your server, that's fine. But every city I've been in that I've helped build, that I've been a part of, the mayor, that's what the mayor was in there for, was to fix things and to address issues while they was in the city. As far as your other characters, I get it. You don't want to be bothered with technical shit when you're on your other characters. I get that. I understand that. But then the other part of you blaming PD for the criminals complaining and everything like that, like if PD wasn't chasing them or trying to have RP, then there wouldn't be nothing to do. There's really nothing to do for EMS to do, which is part of the reason why I didn't stay on long. And I know I spoke to Sandy a couple of times or whatever, and same thing. There's nothing for EMS to do. So we stay on for an hour. Nothing happens. We get off. I have an autistic son. I can't sit at a screen for 3 hours doing nothing. Sandy has a child. He has kids. Eric has a child. He has a job. But my thing about you is I feel like when we try to explain things to you, you felt like we was attacking you when we wasn't. But on the flip side, I felt like you was attacking EMS and you was attacking PD. And then when PD left, and then when I left, I heard some rumors or whatever. Like I said, I don't go off rumors. That's why I asked you to join the podcast so we can clear this up. I heard rumors. You said we was going to poach people, and we left because we was the issue, and all this other stuff. But the bottom line is simply this: I don't think you held Bella accountable for her actions in the meeting. There was a lot of people that said she was condescending in the meeting. There was a lot of people that said they didn't like the way she was talking in the meeting. But I don't think anything was done in reference to that, which that was a big thing for me, which is why I left as well. Alongside, like I told you before, where Eric goes, I go. So if he left, I was going to leave too. But it's just a whole admin thing I can't get with, because if she was like that in the meeting, I'm not going to feel comfortable going to her with any issue. I'm not going to feel comfortable trying to work an issue out with her if she was like that in the meeting. And like, I don't want to seem like I have a personal issue with her because I don't. I don't know her. But as an admin, I don't feel like she was the proper choice. That's all I'm saying.
Has there their own say and what exactly was done. But I mean, from what people are messaging me and screenshotting from other people that left the servers, asking if they're still staying with Dream Life and if they're gonna join another server or if they're looking for another server, that ain't right. I mean, it's one thing that people leave, but when people leave and then start messaging people at Dream Life talking about, are you leaving the server? Um, we're working on a city. Basham's working on a city. I mean, it's like I said, it's different if you guys just left and that was it. But I mean, people reaching out to people in my community asking if they're going to leave Dream Life or going to find another server. I mean, that's not right. Not at all.
I mean,
Lorraine, that's enough.
as far as people hitting people up in your community, like, yeah, we're still friends with some people. I don't know what's being said. I mean, I'm still friends with some people.
What you guys are saying friends are the same people that's over here talking shit about every single person that left. So what do you consider a friend?
Well, see, that's neither here
And
or
then
there.
the people that are talking shit here is the same people that, regardless if you guys left, I'm still gonna stick up for every single one of you that were here at Dream Life. Just because you guys left doesn't mean that they can throw shade at everyone that left. It's not their place to do that.
Well, I mean, like I said before, you're saying that they're talking shit about the people that left. If they're sending you screenshots, then send us the screenshots that they're talking shit. I mean, because I don't know if you know this
I
about.
knew about Basham's server a while ago because Eric's the one that reached out and was like, "Hey, I think you should know that Basham's creating a server." I already knew about it. I have a message from a week ago talking about um Basham asking him to come over to be chief and everything. I already knew. So it's not like it's been hidden for a while. I already knew it was all coming.
So you're saying Eric messaged you and said that Basham was doing a server and he asked them to come over and be chief.
All right, hold on. Let me pull up the message. The exact message said, hold on.
I'm not taking her.
It says, so I'll be straight up. With all the stuff going on, I wasn't sure if I was going to stay here. So I found out that Basham has a city. It got released today. They offered me a chief spot, told them I was going to think about it and give them an answer after our meeting last night. And after I spoke to you, long story short, I thought about it last night and slept on it. And I'm not going to leave here. I told them I'm staying put and going to work on right the ship. I said to them that only way I'd leave is either city takes a shit, I get into a crazy argument with admins, or Anthony pulls the plug. I'm not ready to leave here and try again in another city. There's a lot here I love, a lot of people I love and care about, and don't want to start at zero. A few of the troopers and crims may leave at some point, but you should be aware I'm already working on recruiting a few more troopers in this event if some leave. They got to keep it down in there.
So
Prior to this is, hey, I have something to tell you that you should know.
so what you're saying is Basham poached Eric from you? That's what you're insinuating?
No, that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is Eric reached out and said that Basham was trying to whatever Eric to bring him over to his city. And he can't say he didn't see it because I can screenshot it and send it.
Well, I mean,
Hello, hello.
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, no, I can.
Okay. You need to connect that mic. Mm-mm-mm. Give me 1 second. Basham, your device is not connected. If you can hear me. Uh. But yeah. It's not that we left to go to Basham City. Basham just happened to have the city at the right time. But we I left mainly because, like I said, I felt like you felt like I had to be obligated to sit at a computer screen for 3 hours doing nothing. And like that's not fair to me. Like I would never ask anyone to sit at a computer screen doing nothing. I mean, there was times I flown in and what's going on, Traylon? I would fly in and the criminals would just be hanging out in Legion doing nothing.
All right, you got me now.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
All right. So just to set the record straight here, I did not come to Eric, nor did I come to anybody in Dream Life. People found out about my city from word of mouth. I purposely did not poach anybody in Dream Life because I would not appreciate anybody poaching anybody in my city.
Like I said, it's just yeah. I'm like I said, I hear one side of the story, then hear the other side of the story. It happened so fast, so I couldn't reach out to anybody and figure out what exactly was going on. Like I said, it was just one of those things where Eric was sending me message in the background talking about the troopers, talking about you recruiting him to be chief of EMS. And like I said, it was just all a big loop to try and get me mad. And I mean, in all reality, I'm not mad. I mean, do what you do. If you guys are not, you guys don't feel comfortable here at Dream Life, that's fine. I'm not here to beg anybody, but also I feel like everyone should know that my side of the story.
I mean, I don't think any of us did anything to try to make you upset. That wasn't our intention. Over
No,
that.
that's not what I'm saying. But with Eric sending me messages like that for the last 3 days about Basham City, like I was gonna get upset or get mad and kick everyone. That wasn't the case.
So with Eric messaged me telling me that he wasn't happy with how things were going in Dream Life, and that he was thinking of moving to a new city. Reached out to me, and I had a few messages back and forth with him talking about what was going on and stuff like that. And then when I got the feeling from him that he was not happy and was going to leave, if the best chief of police that I have ever worked with is talking about going to another city and I'm about to release a city, of course I'm gonna tell him about it. I have to. It only makes sense as a server owner to tell him about it. So absolutely, then I started talking to him, told him about my server. We talked over some things and went from there. As far as everybody else that left, I know that Eric has spoke to some people that he was already friends with in the city. And that's who he spoke with, who he reached out to. That's on him. But I know for a fact that they were people he was already friends with on Discord. Which obviously would then mean that they were friends enough with him to add him back, right? So I know that's who he reached out to. As far as the other people that were in my city before Eric was even coming, then those people are all heard from word of mouth. A lot of these guys that left that are troopers are really close with me. We've all gotten really close. This department was really close. And they have access to my personal streaming Discord. So, one night, one of them jumped in and overheard me and another owner talking about things that were being fixed and what we were doing with our server, which led to that conversation. Told him about it, and that spread like wildfire. And that's how that happened. It wasn't because I went into Dream Life and plucked people or anything like that.
I mean, I don't know that after the message was sent, all it says was, "Yeah, I hear you, but I thought you at least deserved to know what transpired. I could have kept it all on the down low, but in good faith, I wanted to make you aware. So if you see anyone here at press whatever RP, that's it. But again, I asked you to keep this between us."
I mean, I think that stands more to Eric's character than does anything. The fact that he's not going to try to hide something like that from somebody. That just speaks to the type of person he is.
But from how you're presenting it, it's kind of seeming like you're trying to say Eric was playing both sides. Is that what you're saying?
No, that's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is I already knew Basham had a server prior to all this because of Eric.
And I will agree with you. He was going to stay at Dream Life. That was his intentions. He told me that. He, when we spoke and everything else after the community meeting and everything, he told me he was staying with Dream Life. And I respected that. Told him I wished him the best and I would still be in there to run my SWAT team.
I mean, out of everybody that left, the only one that unfriended me was Eric, which I don't understand. I mean, I never did anything to anybody, so just because you're not in Dream Life, we can't talk anymore. I still support every Twitch streamer that was in Dream Life. I mean, there's not one that I unfollowed. Like, I don't understand.
I mean, okay, well, I'm gonna just jump in right there. I mean, if I'm wrong, Eric could correct me in chat if he wants. But me being friends with Eric in real life, if he unfriended you because he felt offended in some way, shape, or form. You may not felt like you didn't do anything to him, but either you said something that offended him, you did something that offended him, or something transpired that he's just not going to tell you about offended him. So rather than get in an argument about it, he just unfriended you. So that's the kind of guy that Eric is. He's not going to go back and forth if he feels like his point is not going to be heard or it's not going to be understood. And I mean, the fact of the matter is like we were saying earlier, Eric did a lot in that server. He did a lot. And I mean, I'm not going to sit here and get into details and try and embarrass you or whatever like that or try to attack you. But like I said, we're friends. I know everything he did in that city. And like, I personally feel like he felt like he was unappreciated for the most part. I mean, from the purchasing the PD stuff and everything else that he did or whatever, I don't think he felt like you appreciated it the way you should have. And then for everything that transpired now, it just seems like you have a I don't give a fuck attitude, which is fine or whatever, right? But at the same time, if someone is dedicating their time and their effort to your city to help you, I think at least a little bit of a fight should have been put in to at least keep Eric. Even if you didn't give a fuck about the other.
Well, I mean, once he unfriends me, how am I going to message him? So there's no way to reach out to him.
I mean,
what else was there to do?
But I mean, did you? I'm just gonna ask it because my show is called Vibrant Truth. So, did you tell him not to message anyone in your community anymore because he wasn't part of Dream Life?
So I told him to, yes.
Okay, so you could kind of understand why that would lead to him unfriending you, right? Like,
Yeah, but this was today, not yesterday.
yeah, okay, so
He already unfriended me. There was, I mean,
you have his cell number?
who, Eric's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, you could have texted him.
I mean, if he's gonna leave and everyone else is gonna leave, why should I reach out to everybody and beg them to
I,
come back? If they're
I,
not happy here, then that's all there is to it. Then leave.
I didn't say everyone. I said Eric.
I mean, regardless, we're speaking in general. If everyone's gonna leave, then they left for a reason.
True, but let me ask you a question. Let's reverse roles. If Eric had a server and you was doing what Eric was doing for his server and you left and he was like, I don't give a fuck. He can leave. Wouldn't you feel some type of way after everything you did, the money you put in, the time, the dedication, and he didn't even as much say as, is there anything I can do to get you to reconsider?
No, not at all. I
Really?
mean, like, if I mean, for him just to wake up and send a long ass message that he was leaving Discord and leaving Dream Life and without explaining anything, then what do you expect me to do? I'm not gonna chase after him.
I mean, part of being an owner or a leader, right, is trying to diffuse a situation. I mean, to just let a situation fall by the wayside, that's not being a very effective owner, especially to someone that you pretty much put as your number two. Like everyone saw Eric as your number two. So when I said in the community meeting, people going to Eric or Bevel or anyone you put on your staff is like going to you because they're your staff. So they was going to them. It was up to them to take it to you if they couldn't handle it. But you were saying that no one wasn't telling you about the issues. I know for a fact people was going to Eric because me and Eric would talk about it. So people was reporting it, but Eric and Bevel was just trying to take care of it and not put more pressure on you. But the things that they couldn't take care of, they brought to you, and a lot of people were saying that you wasn't doing anything about it. So I mean, like I said, this is just the things that was brought to me personally on facts. Like I'm not here to start rumors. I'm not here to go down the pipeline or anything like that. There was people that came to me and said, "Hey, Anthony promised me this months ago, and I haven't gotten it."
Full of it.
That's just what people
So when
told me.
when you got somebody in your ear all day, all night, trooper this, trooper this, trooper this, let's add this, let's add this. I mean, where is there time for other people? It's all about the trooper, and that's it. I mean, that's just how it's been for the last month. It's all been about trooper, 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 trooper. So I
So
mean,
so you're saying the troopers were hounding you to get to put stuff in city for them and not saying anything else and not
no, it was all about the troopers.
bash them?
I don't know any part of that. I wasn't one of the ones. The only thing I asked for was my 1 of 1. I did get that, but I mean, I wasn't asking for anything for PD. But I'm Eric. Maybe I don't know. I have no idea. I
Eric,
can't speak for anybody else.
Eric, what was you asking for? Well, while he types, I mean, okay, you're saying the PD was overloading you. That's fine. But aside from PD, you and I have had a conversation privately, and I told you straight up, I said, I just left another startup city, they went bankrupt. I was on government. You put in a long announcement that said you was looking for mods and admins. I told you I was on government in my other city. Never once did you come to me and say, "Hey, would you be interested in being an admin in the city?" You immediately put Bella after she took a long break. Like I don't get. I'm just trying to find out the logic. Like I've asked around, and a few people said they don't think Bella's ever been an admin. So I'm trying to figure out like what made you decide to put her in an admin spot instead of coming to talk to someone that actually has admin experience.
Because I don't know you. I mean, it's simple as that.
What does knowing someone have to do with experience?
I mean, you can say you got all the experience in the world. I mean, if I don't trust you, then why would I make you admin? Like, that doesn't make sense.
But you
You
trust
can't just
Eric, right?
you can't just join a city
You
and say, hey, I got 6 years of admin and owner experience, make me an admin. It's not
you
gonna
you
work that way.
you trusted Eric, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I've told you from the beginning. I'm one of Eric's closest friends. Do you really think I would come to you with that information if
But
it wasn't true and
yeah,
it would look bad on Eric?
but the difference is I didn't even know you and Eric were IRL friends.
No, that's a lie. Because I told you I told you Eric asked me to come here to be the assistant chief in EMS. I wasn't gonna come here. He asked me to come because Sandy needed an assistant. I told you that when I first joined.
Where were you when we haven't had EMS in the last month? Just here and there. I mean, it's like I said, I didn't even know who you were.
This is what I'm telling you. When I got hired as EMS, I told you, I said, Eric brought me in. He said Sandy needed EMS. It's just him. And then you said, well, EMS needs to start recruiting. And that's what I did. And then the moron went and started doing calls before I trained him. So, I mean, you knew me and Eric was in real life friends. I think I recall Eric saying he told you we was friends too.
I didn't know you guys were friends.
But that's not neither here or there. But you're saying you didn't know me. That's fine. All fine and dandy. But you have to weigh out your options. Like a whole department left, right?
That's fine. I mean,
But
it is what
at,
it is.
at the same time, it didn't have to come this way. Like in the community meeting, if we're all saying that this is not right, I messaged you personally and said, hey, Bella's kind of condescending. I don't know any admin that talks to people like that. Your response to me was, you're the only one that's complaining about Bella. Most people said that she's a great person, a great player, and an admin. That's what you said to me.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and out of all my staff team, nobody said anything besides Bella. She was the only one to stick up for me when everyone was attacking me.
but like I said, it wasn't attacking. You took it as attacking. We was voicing our opinions or whatever. The troopers could say the same thing about you. You was
That's
attacking
fine.
the troopers.
I mean, that's fine. I mean, I have plenty of messages and I can screenshot every one that every criminal that left this city is because of the troopers. Why? Because all they do is /report, /report, /report. And that's all I got.
Saying that the troopers was what, power gaming or something?
A little bit of everything. Fail RP, power gaming, no RP. I mean, it's just the list is forever long.
Well, it's kind of hard to RP when you a criminal and the first thing you do is run when a cop gets behind you. Like that's kind of hard to RP. And like I told you before, I've been in the city before I got hired as an EMS just to check it out. I've seen, like I said, the show is called Vitamin Truth, so I'm just gonna tell you who it was. I seen Keychain just shoot troopers for no reason. He flown in and just started shooting troopers in the head for no reason. So I mean, it goes both ways. If crims don't want power gaming from the troopers, then how is it a crim can fly in and just start shooting troopers?
I mean, like I said, you guys were the only ones to ever report. Report. And then when I go try and take care of the scene, it's, oh, well, here's the body cam. This is what really happened. And then after reviewing their body cam, it's like, wow, I really have troopers out here doing it like this.
Don't do that, keychain, because you have. I've seen it. So don't sit here and say you've never shot a trooper for no reason, because I've seen it. But like I said earlier, I'm very skilled at arguing. So if you want to jump in the chat and tell me I didn't see you shoot a trooper, you can do that. But I know what I saw. But anyway, yeah, you're smart. Don't argue with me because you're gonna lose. But anyway, like I was saying, you you said you felt
I mean,
attacked.
what's the whole point of this meeting? Because I mean, you guys are gone. It doesn't matter at this point. I mean, what's the
This
point
is
here?
this is the point of the meeting. You have a I don't give a fuck attitude, and you have a godlike complex. See, I was trying to talk to you calmly, but now you took it
I mean,
to.
this whole meeting is. I mean,
It's not pointless.
you guys
It,
ain't part of me
listen to
anymore.
me.
So I mean, this meeting is just pointless.
See, it's you. You can't have a community without people. You keep
I mean,
saying we're
that's
not a
fine.
part of you. You have to care about your community. You have to
I
care about
do.
your
I care
people.
about the people that are still here, the
You,
ones that are actually about Dream Life, not the people that left. So
so
I mean,
you're
what
so
do you
you're
want me to
saying
say here?
you're
I mean,
saying
I'm
fuck the
not understanding.
people that helped build Dream Life.
That's not what
That's
I'm
what you're
saying.
saying.
But I'm saying you guys are bringing me in here to attack me
I'm not
for no
attacking
reason.
you, bro. I'm not attacking you. If I was attacking you, you would know. Go back and watch my Fate RP roleplay video. That's attacking. I'm talking to you. I'm not attacking you. I'm just trying to make you understand our side of the situation versus your understanding of your side of the situation. So, I mean,
Just like the little punks you got in your stream chat. Fuck them punks. There's a reason they're not a part of Dream Life. I mean, there's no reason for me to be here. You guys ain't part of Dream Life anymore. So what's the point of me being here?
so see, this is
I mean,
this is
why
the
do I
thing.
even have to be here?
See that this is the thing. You say you're not upset, but then you're calling people punks. Like
Because
that's
it's the same people that are in your chat are the same people talking shit elsewhere.
okay. Well, that has nothing to do with me. I can't control who comes in my stream. I'm talking to you. I don't have nothing to do with what they do or what they're saying. I'm talking to you because I feel like there was a big gap in communication from the community meeting to everything that transpired. I think you feel like people hate you or some shit or whatever, and
No,
that's far from the truth. Like it's just the whole, like you said, we're not a part of you no more, so you don't care. It's just that it's kind of fucked up, and it kind of stings a little bit because people who put so much time and effort into that city to build it up and to bring people in, and then once we leave, it's like I don't give a fuck about you no more. I don't give a fuck what you contributed. Fuck you. Like that's what you're putting out, and like that's kind of fucked up because if roles were reversed and you left somewhere that you put so much energy and dedication into, and they said fuck you, it wouldn't be right. I mean, you could sit here and say you wouldn't care all you want, but I know it'll bother you a little bit in some way, shape, or form. I'm
yeah.
just trying to get you to understand that there's always two sides to a story, and it's not we're not doing nothing malicious. We're not doing nothing to cripple your city or whatever. Which if I'm not even gonna say we, if I wanted to, I could, but I'm not trying to do anything like that. I'm just trying to get you to understand that it takes people to build a successful city. It's about the people. No matter how you feel or what you think, it's all about the people. If you have no people, you have no community. So I mean, you can be a server owner all you want, but if no one's going in the server, then what's the point in having the server?
I mean, that's fine. It was originally built for just me. I mean, it's
You
not
built
like
a
it's not gonna hurt my feelings.
you built a whole server just for you to play in.
Yeah, originally it was me and myself and I, and then Loki came, and then Smurf came, and then Unicorn came, and then that was it. It's the city's been closed for almost 2 years. There was nobody even in it. It was just me, Loki, Smurf, and Unicorn, and that was the only people that were played in it. And that was how I wanted it. The city wasn't built to be public.
So at what point did you ask Eric to come in then if you didn't want it to be public?
I mean, Eric just joined, what, a couple months ago, 2 months ago?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What made you want to bring Eric in to build up the trooper department if you wanted it to be private?
I said 2 years ago or a year and a half ago. Dream Life, the Dream Life name has been going for a little over 2.5 years now.
I mean, I get what you're saying about the pointless and stuff, but I mean, we should be able to voice our opinions to you or whatever without us being felt like we're bothering you or like it's been a problem. And I think that's where a lot of people.
No, I mean, by no means. None of you guys are bothering me. It's the negative people in your chat that's just not right. But I mean, like I said, they can say what they want. Let them say what they want. It is what it is.
I mean, I mean, like I said, a lot of people is going to take things in certain ways, right? Everything's open to interpretation. But if you feel like you're being attacked, the way you handled it in the meeting and the way you're handling it now, it kind of makes me wonder if you've ever been versed in confrontation before, because like you're saying you're feeling attacked, but you're not saying why you're feeling attacked or what's making you feel attacked.
I mean, at the end of the day, what is this meeting for? What is this accomplishing? Nothing.
You really feel it's accomplishing nothing?
I mean, what is it accomplishing? Nothing. Us going back and forth? I mean, what is that accomplishing?
This is not us going back and forth. This is us having a conversation. It's called adult interaction.
To do what? For what? I mean, there's nothing else to be said. Everything happened for a reason, and that's the way it is.
Okay, so you feel like you don't owe anybody any closure, or no one owes you any closure, or there's no hey, I fucked up, I apologize, or there's no hey, I think you guys should apologize to me for this or nothing. There's none of that.
No, I mean, it's just I woke up and everybody was gone. Not one message was sent to me. Not one message. So the reason why anybody left, there was no messages. Literally the same message that Eric sent me was the same message everybody copied and pasted in Trooper chat.
Who's upset? Double? I'm not upset. Are you upset, Anthony?
No, I'm not upset.
Yeah, no one's upset. I think you're ill informed, brother.
I mean, like I said, it's just that I'm not sure what was said or what was done. Like I said, I literally woke up and 7 troopers were gone. Not one message was sent to me, and it just seemed like everybody copied and pasted Eric's message to me and dropped it in Trooper chat and dipped. Not one person messaged me. None.
Okay,
everybody was asking me why you guys left, and I said I don't know. I don't know why they left.
Okay, so you feel offended by that? That's what I was saying. That offended you that everyone left without a message.
Well, yeah, I just felt that if there was an issue or if there was a problem, that I mean, if I was going to leave a city, I would message the owner and say, "Hey, I'm not enjoying it here anymore for this reason, and I don't feel the need that I need to be here anymore, and I'm going to leave." But no, everybody just jumped up and left.
Okay, I can see your point there.
And
See
I mean,
that?
like I said, it's just from what Eric's message. I just thought everyone was leaving because they were going over to Basham's. I mean, and I was fine with it. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, what can I do? I can't beg people to stay. I mean, like I said, I'm not upset. I mean, you guys left for a reason. You guys have your reasons, and I mean, what can I do?
All right. Basham, you have anything left to say?
I mean, my question is how you're kind of contradicting what you said in the meeting. Then you told us specifically in the meeting not to message you, and now you're upset that we didn't message you. I'm a little confused on that.
I mean, messaging me to explain something versus messaging me about city issues or anything like that. I mean, there's a big difference. But for just everyone to stay mute and leave, and then I wake up to have to explain to the community why everyone left, and I don't even know.
But I mean, you essentially said in the meeting your DMs were closed. It was more or less what you said, but not those exact words. And the meeting was a lot of problems being brought to the troopers and then being turned back around on the troopers. So, I mean, in my opinion, I think the writing was kind of on the wall. There was a lot of upset troopers. That was made very apparent both in the meeting and out of the meeting.
Yeah, but not one trooper even opened their mouth about how they felt at the meeting. Not one.
What do you mean?
There was nothing from the troopers that were brought up other than arguing. The whole meeting was just arguing. That was it.
I tried to bring things
And
up.
that wasn't. I didn't even know anything about the meeting. Eric set it all up and said, "Hey, there's a community meeting on this day at this time."
But I'm telling you, like, me as a trooper brought things up in the meeting.
Yeah, and you're probably the only one.
I heard multiple troopers bring things up in the meeting, but every time we brought something, every time we brought something up, it was turned back around on us. That's what we're trying to tell you was the issue.
I mean, just every community meeting is criminals. We're bored. There's no criminals, but then the criminals are leaving because, quote unquote, the troopers. I mean,
well, I mean, no crim likes being caught. I mean, if you get consistently caught, yeah, you're probably not going to be happy. But I know me and a handful of troopers gave multiple breaks. I mean, I gave some people multiple breaks that then turned around and just broke laws left and right, trying to get caught and trying to get away.
I mean, like I said, I mean, you can't speak for all the troopers.
You're right.
Just because you were a good trooper doesn't mean that everyone underneath you was.
I mean, I agree with that 100%. I can't control everybody, and I don't know what everybody does.
And that's what I'm saying. I mean, it wasn't pinpointing you in general. It was just speaking as a whole as troopers. And the troopers that were getting offended by it were the same troopers that were getting reports about them.
But what I'm saying is, you said nobody spoke up in the meeting. I'm telling you, multiple troopers did. Like, when I tried to voice my concerns, I got interrupted multiple times. And then my point that I was trying to bring up got completely derailed multiple times.
I mean, there wasn't even any criminals in the meeting. Other than me, I mean, there was no criminals in the meeting. It was all state troopers. It was either state troopers, mechanics, or EMS. That was the only people in the meeting. There was no criminals.
So then do our voices not count as much because we couldn't get them to the meeting?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Well, maybe I took that wrong then, but that's how it's coming off to me, at least. Like you said, we can't control everybody else. So the fact there was no crims, I mean, to a community meeting that's there for you to voice your concerns, would kind of tell me that their concerns aren't that valid if none of them showed up.
And that's exactly what was said. And Eric can vouch for it. That's exactly what I told Eric. I said, for every criminal that didn't show up tonight, if they wasn't here tonight, then their concern does not matter. And that's my exact words.
Does anybody have anything else to say?
No, I mean I'm good. I just wanted my big point was I just want it known that I didn't poach anybody. And I know
No, I mean,
I know
like
it
I
wasn't
said, I
directly
understand
said to me that I was poached, or that I was poaching, but I wanted that abundantly clear that I didn't seek out Eric, I didn't seek out any of the troopers, I didn't seek out any of your crims. I did none of that. When me and the other owners came up with this city, I specifically mentioned I don't want to poach any other servers. We'll do our recruiting the old fashioned way: Facebook, Reddit, Twitter, Instagram, whatever, TikTok. I don't care, but I don't want to poach other servers for the very reason that I don't want anybody poaching mine.
Yeah,
And that's how I was raised. You don't do
I mean,
nothing,
I
nobody. You don't want
respect
done to
that.
you.
Well, like I said, I mean, it's just the way everything came off. It was like, oh, well, Basham's got a server now. And then 7 troopers leave and EMS guy leaves.
Well, like I told you before, it had nothing to do with Basham. I told you if Eric left, I was gonna leave.
I mean,
Eric
that's
could have
fine.
been leaving RP altogether, and I still would have left. I probably would have ended up in another city, but it had nothing to do with Basham. I didn't leave
No,
Dream Life to
I'm
join Basham.
not blaming Basham. I'm not blaming him at all. I mean, he's doing the right thing. I mean, he's coming out like a man. And then, like I said, I respect him for that. But like I said, it was just the way everything was said and done. And then after everyone leaves, then everyone wants to talk about, oh, well, people from Basham cities over here sending us invites. Then it's like, well, what the hell's going on?
I didn't send no invites, so I don't know who sent invites.
But I mean, I'll be 100% honest with you. If you're on my friends list and I feel like you're good at RP, there's I'm not going into your. I did like when I went into Dream Life. I'll lay this down. When I went into Dream Life, my intention was to never stay there. My city was already being built. But as soon as I flew in, I needed somewhere to play because I was losing the love for RP because I hadn't done it in so long. So I came in, got with Eric, got into the troopers, and just fell in love with the department. And then once the owners and I got together and said, "Hey guys, we're almost there." I even came to a couple of my owners and was like, "Guys, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, obviously, I'm gonna be in our city, but I can't leave this department. Like, it's so good." So I took the SWAT role on purpose so that I could be in as needed more than I could be active every night like I was. My intention coming in there was never to poach anybody. It wasn't to send people messages, but so my point was, if you've built enough of a relationship that you're friends with somebody and you feel close enough to send an invite, then why is somebody not allowed to invite their friends to where they're at?
That's not what I'm saying. Is what I'm saying is the people that are getting invites are the people that's complaining that you guys are approaching. I don't care. I mean, you guys can invite every single person out of my Discord. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. But when people are making it a big deal and blasting it all over Discord because they get an invite link, I mean, it's what else am I supposed to do? I mean, it's to the point where, oh, well, they sent me an invite and then they just spam the general chat with it. Hey, look at them. They left and here they are trying to invite us over there to his city. I mean, like I said, honestly, I don't care. I mean, you guys can take every single person out of my Discord. It doesn't bother me.
So basically, Eric, what he's saying is that the invites you sent, the people is talking shit about you sending them invites.
Yeah, it's not me. I mean, it is what it is. There's nothing I can control. But I mean, Les Bailey, everybody that got an invite is all over Discord talking about, oh well, they're trying to pull us over to their. I mean, you can ask every single one of them. I'm not the one mad about it. It's the people that are getting the invites that are making a big deal in the Discord. But I mean, if they're just going to cause drama, then they can go too. I mean, that's where I'm at with it all. Like I said, I have no problem with Eric. I have no problem with Basham. I have no problem with you. Any of the troopers, I have no problem with any of you guys. There's not one bad thing I could say about any of you guys. Like I said, I'm not the one making a deal about it.
Well, like I said, I just wanted you to know that we didn't leave just to join Basham's. Basham didn't come to us and say, "Hey, come to my city and leave Dream Life." We left because of everything that went down at the community meeting, and basically pretty much just how things wasn't popping off of the troopers or EMS. I mean, Sandy's still there, that's fine, but I mean, me personally, I don't have the time that everyone else may have to just sit there and look at a computer screen or whatever. If I'm gonna fly into a city, I need to be doing something or whatever. Like, I have a lot of things going on IRL, and like, I still flew into the city just to sit there and do nothing.
Yeah, like I said, I understand completely. Like I said, there's nothing bad I could say about anybody here. Not one person here I could say anything bad about. I'm not mad at anybody here. I mean, you guys did what was right for you guys.
Someone said I want to hear something nice about me, Anthony. Waiting.
Who?
That R32?
That's Roman?
No, Roman is Rhoda 1337.
Brandon?
I have no idea who that is. Brandon Martinez. Yep.
I have nothing bad to say about him.
All right. Well, I guess that's it. I just wanted you to know, and I wanted you to hear Basham's side and whoever else side that decided to come in, but no one else came in. But I appreciate you stopping by.
I mean, like I said, just because you guys are gone doesn't mean I'm going to stop supporting all you guys. I mean, it's same deal. You guys may not be part of Dream Life, but I mean, if you guys don't want me to follow you, that's fine. I mean, I'm not here to cause drama.
Yeah, I hear you, but like I said, I'm a person that likes to talk directly to the person and not go through channels. That way, shit doesn't get added, shit doesn't get left out. So that was the real reason why I asked you to come up here, so I can say what I had to say to you, and it didn't get back to you mixed up, and you like, oh well, he has a problem with me, or he's doing this, he's doing that. I wanted to talk directly to you.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, like I said, I appreciate it, and I appreciate everybody that was in Dream Life and making Dream Life what it is. I mean, like I said, there's not one bad thing I could say about you guys.
All right. Well, I appreciate you for stopping by. If you have nothing else to say, you can leave if you want, or you can hang around. It's up to you.
Covered everything we needed to cover.
Yeah, I think we did. Basham, you have anything else?
No, I'm good.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I appreciate you, Anthony.
Yes, sir.
All right. So yeah. So I mean, we got his side. He said what he said or whatever. I mean, me personally, I don't think he was being 100% honest, but I mean, what can you do, right? So yeah. Holy shit, 3 hours. Damn. Okay. So I think I'm gonna wrap this here. Basham, you got any final thoughts?
I think that's it's a different kind of server owner that you don't normally see. I just think, and I think this goes for anybody that ever thinks about opening a server or wants a server is your community has to come first. It has to. No, there's no community, there's no server, there's no communication, there's no server. And that's been with me and my guys. That's what I've stressed since day one. If he wants a server that's just for him and his friends or whatever, like that's fine. That's totally up to him. He's at the end of the day, he's the one paying the bills, right? I mean, me and my guys, we pay our bills. He's got to pay his bill. However, he wants to build a server is on him. As far as, and I know you know this, as far as the one that I'm building and is up now, it's we've built ours for a community. We've built ours for anybody and everybody to jump in and join and have a good time. That's what we're here for. But to each their own.
True indeed. Um, Eric, Redbeard, anybody got anything to say? While I'm waiting for that, I just want to say this. Are you still in here? Let me check. Yeah, he's still in here. Okay. So I just want to say this. Don't take this the wrong way. This is just how I am. I speak my mind. That's how I was raised. Sandy, for you to say we're not getting anywhere and this is frustrating you, that's fine. My show is called The Vibrant Truth for a reason. I'm going to speak what needs to be spoken. I'm going to put the facts out there. Nothing that was said tonight was propaganda. Nothing that was said tonight was rumors. This was all facts. So the reason I asked you to come was so you can speak your concerns without getting interrupted. But it seems like every time you have the opportunity to speak them, you back off, which is fine. You don't want confrontation? That's fine. I was just trying to do the right thing by you and let you have a platform to actually speak your concerns without being interrupted. But if that's not what you wanted to do, that's fine. No hard feelings. It won't happen again. But at the same time, you can't sit here and express frustration about things. And then when I give you the platform to talk about it, you're saying communication is the key and this is frustrating you and we're all upset. Wasn't no one upset? But now I'm kind of upset and offended because you have all these frustrations in private, but you can't put it out in public. Like, I don't get it. Like, if you had frustrations, this was the time for you to do it. But obviously, you didn't see this as the right time. I don't know. That's on you. I gave you the floor. You didn't want it. Basham took the floor. No problem. There's nothing wrong in expressing your concerns. But I guess you didn't want to. I mean, you could have even did it in chat, but you didn't even do that. So it is what it is. But yeah, I'm gonna end this here. I want to thank everyone for stopping by. Basham, I appreciate you.
Thanks for having me.
Eric, all the troopers. There's a lot of you guys. I can't pronounce most of your names. The former husband and wife EMS team, appreciate you. Traylon, appreciate you. Redbeard, appreciate you. Blackout, appreciate you. God, I hate feeling like I forgot somebody. Anthony, I appreciate you. Rhoda, appreciate you. Ice Murder. God, listen, all 20 of you that's in here, I appreciate you. I can't pronounce some of y'all names, but all 20 of y'all, I appreciate y'all. I will be back. Let's say Wednesday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Today's Wednesday. I'll be back Saturday, hopefully. I'll be back Saturday. Like I said, you see the new graphic on the screen. I'm gonna unveil the screens on Twitch soon. Might be tomorrow, might be Saturday. But I appreciate everyone that said this was a good stream. I enjoy doing podcasts like this. So yeah. Next time you guys have a situation that you're uncomfortable talking about, oh, always inked up. I'm always gonna be 100%. Especially when you fuck with people I'm cool with, you're gonna hear it. But thanks, Rhoda. I appreciate it. Anyone have any issues that they want to discuss or they don't feel comfortable going to someone? Bring it to me. I'll handle it for you. Even if it's just a situation where you want to talk about it on this kind of platform or you want to talk to me privately, my DMs are open. Um, my socials are open. Everything is Vibrant Truth. So, exactly. Dial 1-800-Vibrant. Um, yeah. So, any of you guys ever need to talk? Want to chop it up? Need a ear? Some advice? I'll uh I'll be that guy for you. It does work. I'm gonna see if I could buy that number. 1-800-Vibrant. Yes, sir. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. Stay safe. I will see everyone that's in Prestige tomorrow. 1-900-Vibrant. Ah! I don't think they ready for that, Traylon. But yeah, everyone that's in Prestige, I will see you guys tomorrow. And stay safe, guys. I appreciate you guys for blowing up this stream. Have a great night. Later.